Yo, to detox.
2DT double AKS.
Live,
Herb Scratch.
live,
Dave Ski. Oh yeah.
live every day.
Live.
Like it's your last one. Yeah.
Big up Father Lux.
Gotta live, homie. Let's organize reasoning and knowledge. Spent 2 extra years to get through college. Doesn't really matter anymore, anyways, cause knowledge of the gods lasts more always.
All the way until this day.
Yup, all the way until this day you wanna front. Yo, look and behold, yo, peace goes out to the gods.
Check it out, Dave Ski in full effect mode like a protect code. Praise the Lord. May the true and living God protect us from all the perils of the world and the wickedness of man. Y'all wanna flow? Well, let's go. Check it out. Check it out. Rip the mic in 4. Watch out, Joe. Uno, Joe, Troy, Quattro. Yo, slow it down, homie. Check it out. Check it out. Dave Ski in the place. Giving shouts out to Herb Scratch, the Chulo. Father Lux, J Mob, what's up? Is the whole Insomniac crew. Herb Scratch, the Chulo, he'll be up on the show in a few. We're still working out all the kinks. But this show here, we're going to talk about the MF Doom performance in Orlando back circa 2002. I believe that was the year. Orlando, downtown, next to the Beacham. The social, big ups to Gerard Mitchell, phenomenal venue manager that was helping is get these shows on. It was like these shows were so incredible. It was tight knit. These were very tight knit shows because the social only maxed out at like 400 people, but the shows that were happening within the Insomniac Anniversary yearly performances when Iz had a chance to do them, man, it was just phenomenal memories, man. I'm trying to get all the memories together of what happened that night. So you got to excuse me if I'm leaving stuff out. I'm just trying to piece it all together about what happened. But Doom, always puts on a phenomenal performance. But the build up to the headliner, which was Doom, the build-up was just so wild. The shows that happened before the show, like all the chaos that was going on trying to put this thing together was just so wild. And I'm going to try to talk about it a little bit. Let's just conjure up what this guy did. I mean, the guy was causing much damage. That was the crew that he was in. He was the guy from the Gas Face song by Third Base Search. And what's his name? Pete Nice. I first seen the guy on, I think it was in Living Color when they did some show on TV when he had his feature and he came out just blazing with the dope rhyme and I'm like, wow, man, this guy, he went through a lot. Like, when he was about to drop the Black Bastards record and, Sub Rock had died in some crazy car accident. Was he a pedestrian or something on the highway? And then to reinvent himself as some Marvel Comics guy rapping. I mean, first off the bat, you think it was a gimmick or something, but it became so organic with this, this Scooby-Doo darkness that he had on the Operation Doomsday. And the first album, when they was on I think the back cover, what these dudes had on some type of religious regalia on. I'm not sure what. I'm thinking that was Malachi. What? I just got the text from Papa Luxury. Hold on. Yeah, that was the Nubian culture, the Nubian thing with Malachi York. That was talk about a conversation right there. We might have to do that one on the future shows. But Malachi York promoting this crazy cult in New York with this within the hip hop culture, and Suckers was joining. That was weird, man. How the hell everybody was joining that Nubian culture, and the dude wind up putting down some African compound amusement park down in Georgia because they kicked him out of New York. I guess it's too much beef with all these other types of religious organizations, you know. But the dude went down to the dude set it up in Putnam County, Georgia, and man, imagine that. Imagine trying to set up an African amusement compound park in Putnam County. Wow. You know what I'm saying? That probably was like Green Acres when he came down there, like the twisted black version of Green Acres coming down there, and you know, instead of Dub Massive, it's Hillbilly Massive stepping up to the guy, trying to be neighborly. Hello, sir. How can I help you? How you doing there, Malachi? How you doing, sir? Goodbye, Malachi. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Putnam County? Man, you'd have been better off setting that mess up in Edenville. Anyway, the album just looked weird. You had to be drawn to it to see what kind of style this was, and to play Infinite Fame of this style. I mean, it was pretty remarkable, man. This dude could just put a mask on, become some dark rhymed character, and then establish Infinite Fame. 25, 26 years later, kids are still digging this shit, man. Pretty incredible. Just like this, a positive cause in a much damaged society. It had a native tongue vibe to it. You know, the nappy-haired Sambo that was X'd out, punched in the face, trying to get rid of that stereotype pigeonhole. Then, you know, as years went by, the guy just turned into some avant-garde master genius to where he can experiment all the different types of styles. And it was dark, but it was cool dark, you know, like not like a full out De La anymore, like when he started, but more stouty. You know, I mean, De La might be like Amstel Light, and then you got De La Stout, which is like Doom when he went with especially when he went with Mad Lib to do the Mad Villainy album,
Dark Psychology.
Lots of dark psychology in it, but it was fitting, you know. It was like, wow, avant-garde kind of guy to flip some styles like that, and it fits so well to have a dude come out in such a good tone, and then transform into once again dark lyrical wizardry. You're gonna go from like a Sesame Street mixed with Islam, you know, a happier X-Clan style, and then get turned out by the world, especially in the machine of the record industry matrix, and then you come out as an avant-garde master, and next thing you know, you're chopping off heads of Leviathan. You know what I mean? The lyrics were so just crazy. Like, what did he say in that one song? What's the difference? All you get is lost children while the bosses sit up behind desks. It costs billions to blast humans in half into calves and arms. Only one side is allowed to have bombs. It's like making a soldier drop his weapon, shooting him and telling him to get to stepping. Obviously, they came to portion up his fortune. Sounds like to me like that old robbery extortion. It's kind of fly though. Describing the military-industrial complex in a smooth Dr. Doom kind of way, from the Mad Villainy joint. A lot of different dark psychological rhymes, but it fit if you dissect it and think about it, what he was talking about. But I guess I kind of enjoyed his style later in life because all that organic darkness starts hitting you when you go into the Matrix, especially FBA in America and stuff like that. But
Guinness.
It's like a Hennessy Black and then washing it down with a Guinness Extra Stout. You got to take your time with these types of lyrics and try to study it in a real incremental, like a bit by bit fashion. But yeah, it's something. I mean, big time prayers go out to his family. That's a major all caps R.I.P. to that guy. I mean, I didn't really get into him too much. Just all my comrades kind of got me into him. He was kind of on the dark side. I mean, his masterful skills of lyrical, dark, heavy punchlines. I might slip him in the top 5 every couple of weeks. My top 5 changes every couple of weeks, but he's in there usually during the October weeks when I'm catching a little baseball. The baseball playoffs, sipping on some Cersei Tazo orange joints with the medicinal, chilling. It's nice to have a little Doom playing in the background on that type of vibe. It's a shame too, right? The dude left the earth on the Halloween tip, but that's a shame. But anyway, I mean, when he was around, man, that was, wow, interesting shift of styles. But it's so fitting though for Long Island. I mean, them dudes had such intricately woven distinctions of their own MC personalities from that part of New York, Eric and Parrish and Rakim and De La, Chuck D. I mean, all them guys, very distinctive identities in the art of hip hop. So it's only kind of fits that Doom is from there, like super duper unique personality, man. And then dude just ripped stages with a Dr. Doom mask on, with these crazily dark pattern, ruthless, strange, abstract, complex rhyme styles. And it's a shame too that Marvel didn't pick up on the potential of how organic it could have been if Daniel could have been in one of the movies and like a cameo somewhere, some kind of a way. Man, imagine how the reach could have been if Daniel was in the movie and he was just kicking it somewhere, some scene somewhere. Man, come on, man. The fandom of that particular movie would have been so organically promoted across all networks on the internet. You know what I'm talking about, but that's my little 2 cents on Doom. But just to, just kind of goes in accordance to how fantastic this show was. To see a personality like that live, and then to actually see the outtakes, which behind the scenes stuff is so funny sometimes. You can see all the bloopers and outtakes and stuff that happens way deep behind the curtain. So yeah, let's keep it rolling. Check it. The Social is next to the Beecham. Let's preface the actual venue real quick. The Social is like a nice little chip off the old Beecham. The Beecham is a huge club spot, big ass theater they turn into a club. It's not gigantor or enormous, but it's big. And the Social is right next to an adjacent club. And It's even though it's small, it's still you can pack like 400 deep in there, and it makes for a really good show because of the ambiance and the atmosphere. Plus, it's smack dab in the middle of downtown Orlando. So, let's check out the configurations of it. From an analog clock, 12 o'clock is the stage. 9 o'clock is the entrance. 3 o'clock is the bathroom. 6 o'clock is the bar. So 11 o'clock is the DJ equipment. And then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock is like the little hallway to the backstage area. And then in the middle between 12 and 6 is where the crowd can go into, like the pit. It's like a nice little dance floor. It's kind of small. It's fun if it's like a full house, because then you can get the sweatbox party feel to it, where you could reach up and slap hands with the performer, and if the performer is up there with a gallon of yak, he can pour yak inside the cups of the audience or whatever. So it's a fun spot, really fun spot. Some of the dopest shows too ever performed in Orlando, as far as like a sweatbox party feel. I mean, I remember seeing just some of the acts that came through the social. Sharon Jones, the Dap Kings, Immortal Tech, Soulilla, of course. Many times I practically lived on the stage at the social, Soulilla. I remember Kool Keith was there when he was promoting Black Elvis 1. He ripped it a little bit. Tons of local rock stuff, of course. The social, just good acoustics, man. Had good knock, good thump, real chunky sound up in there. And I remember, man, Fitz and the Tantrums, when they did Money Grabber, when they did all their little hits, man, they turned the social out, man. That was a really good show. And then just to give you a little taste of what the social is like, pretty much a dope staple of Orlando, man. Some really awesome performances come through the social, man. Once again, big up Gerard, man, the guy that owns the social. I think, top dog manager of the social in the Beecham. But yeah, mad props goes out to that guy for helping out because, just imagine putting together a rap show. That's hard enough. And then you got to put together a rap show with Doom, some, abstract dark personality with a lot of different people showing up to this. And let's go into that for a minute, because Orlando is made up of a lot of different crews and posses, and we're all kind of interconnected through the spirit of hip hop. And but no posse in Orlando, K-Town, which is Kissimmee. Nobody really worked with each other, man. We really didn't do that in Orlando. Like, everybody was on a separate plane because Orlando's so spread out. So is editor-in-chief of Insomniac magazine, hip hop trade magazine. But yeah, he became like an underground aggregator of all these different hip hop systems. Let's see, you had Dudes, D128 on the Tech 12, sliding the vinyl, Zigga Zigga for the show. Celsius, Trinidad cat that was a record pool kind of master DJ. And Da Vinci, Soulilla, Swanberger, Wes, all these different dudes, man, they would never work with each other, even though just a big group of awesome talents in their own regards, but there was deeply separated veins. Like Swan would never work with D128. D128 would never work with Da Vinci and produce or DJ for other crews that's in Orlando or Kissimmee. It's like everything in Orlando is just real separated. And I was noticing that what is, some people kind of came together a little bit and then made some phenomenal records underneath the Insomniac label. So these Insomniac parties at the social kind of, you could see that kind of developing. Like, wow, some cats would actually come together and work with each other finally after years. And so the show was a mesh of all these different posses from Orlando, K-Town. And then you had people coming from out of state to see these shows, like, because, cats they get kind of hip. People from out of state would kind of come down and check out these shows because there were some monster shows going on. So you had a nice little mix, like Orlando posses, Kissimmee, a little bit of Tampa, out of state people. Then you had a nice little sweatbox party with this MF Doom show. Now on the bill, I don't really remember too many of the artists that were on the bill. But one kind of group that stands out was the Tribeca. The Tribeca MC, he had that record with Pharoah Monch, The Life. Then, it became remixed with Styles P and blew up. But the original version, which was Tribeca and Pharoah Monch on the hook, that was a fly record though, and he performed it really well, opening up for Doom. And this is when we kind of get into the secrets of the show from my perspective, because it was just so fun to see the undercards. Doom, he was great, but the undercards, man, they were surprisingly just crazily ill on the mic and on the beats and stuff. So I was the driver, really. I was just helping them out. But I had the whip. I had the Diamante beige joint leather interior with the moonroof, old school BBS rims. I was trying to get my shine on with the whip, and since I had that whip, I was transporting the artist back and forth to the venue because, it is running around like a chicken with his head cut off, man. He's trying to get stuff organized at the spot, and plus get it cut off the door. They keep the bar. So you had to watch people trying to get on the list, people acting stupid. You had to watch that money at the front. Lots going on. You had to pay attention to the artists. And then the dude that was managing Doom, you had to watch him because he was kind of scary. His name was Grim. He was living up to his name too, because that was the only kind of villain of the whole show was Grim. That dude was like, basic New York artist, manager, professional asshole. But anyway, the first trip, I had to go get Tribeca from the hotel and ride him up to the venue. So maybe 30-minute drive, trying to navigate through the Orlando traffic. And this was this was my favorite part of the show, man, because, man, chilling with these dudes, man, just nodding their head, listening to music in the car. Because, the Diamante, the 99 joint was real special. It had the tape deck CD combo with the 6x9s, really nice amp, and really good sound system in there. So we was chit-chatting, talking and stuff, and then booyakasha, I pulled out the tape, TDK joint with Kool G Rap, the whole album, Live and Let Die, on cassette, and flipped it in there, right? And then you heard the beginning intro, what was it, Be Careful Crossing the Street. And then that beat would come in when On the Run, the first part of the album would come on, and then man, everybody, he had three dudes in the back. Tribeca was shotgun, I was driving, so you had five dudes in the car, head nodding to the Kool G Rap joint, and it was so freaking fun, man, just to have that type of vibe. Going to a hip hop show. Meanwhile, we got a hip hop show going on right in the car, right? So, man, G Rap On the Run would hit, and then this dude, man, all these dudes in the car, in the short, started rhyming the song all the way from top to bottom. Like, boom, the beat drop, everybody nodding their head, and then they all go in unison. Yo, I got a job with the mob making G's. Word. Doing some pickups, deliveries, and transporting keys. Yeah, they got me like a flunky. Money, I'm driving around with 10 kilos inside my trunk, G. And I'm holding a suitcase with a $500,000 right in my motherfucking face. And I'm trying to ignore it, you know what I'm saying? So there was rhyming it, man, word for word. And it was blissful, dog. I was like, whoa. So fly, right? And I'm thinking to myself, man, these dudes is rhyming hard in the car, man. I'm like, yo, because before a show, you should save your voice and stuff. You want to save all that energy for the show, but man, they wasn't caring. They was releasing that shit, man, all the way live. It was having a good ass time. Luckily, it was no po-po around. Yeah, man, because that would have been like the old E40 Hope It Don't Go Back video, right?
You guys need to take it inside. Take what inside?
So anyway, we get to the venue, drop them guys out, give a couple pounds to some people that were there, and I was walking around, kind of looking for a red star. I was like, yo, let me get a Heineken real quick, wet my whistle. And then I seen he just, organizing beer for the stage, man. Just getting piles of Heineken ready for this guy. Then he just comes up to me real quick, in a mild kind of panic. He's like, yo, Dave, man, gotta go get Doom, man. He's ready. It's getting edgy. Go back there and pick up Grim and Doom. Just to let y'all know, Skyber Quick Pay is up. The only payment system that gives you a kickback just for using it. So, hey, y'all hit me up with a 50 spot or more. And I'll let you guys know one-on-one how to use Skyber to get your indie music publishing game up. Skyber Quick Pay. Hit me up at 407-260-8186. Skyber Quick Pay number 407-260-8186. Or you can hit me up with the questions, Skyber Team Dolomite at Proton Mail for other details. All right, back to the show. So I was out, hopped back in the whip, went to the hotel again, pick up Doom and Grim, coordinate the ride, head back to the venue with these guys. And then the ride with these guys was dramatically different. It was like the Bizarro world, man. Just straight up on a whole melancholy type of vibe. Sinister laughter. Like I think he was probably just in focus. Like he was contemplating on his lyrics in his head and ready to spit them. Because I was edging him on a little bit, telling him, yo, the crowd is in there, man. It's packed. They ready for you, man. It's gonna be fly. And Doom was shotgun, Grim was in the back, and Doom would just look to the right outside the window and be like, "Oh, word, it's packed, huh? Crowd's ready, huh?" The sinister laughter every now and then, but the stench was heavy though. Yo, man, the stench was heavy, man. Dude's breath smelled like burnt machines with old cabbage and eggs. You know what I mean? Like ground chuck on top of the fridge sitting there for 3 days or some shit. Like the stench was incredibly heavy. I had to kind of lean to the left side of the window to get some air a little bit. Because that stench was kind of creeping up on me. Like, yo, he had a couple of drinks before he hopped in the whip. And, there's buckets of Heineken waiting for him at the venue. So, the dude could hold his liquor, man. You could just tell this dude is a drinker right here, bro. That drunken slumber kind of stench, that hot Chinatown garbage mixed with feet, like basketball feet. With the barbecue socks. I'm in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, man, I wonder how he washes that mask. Probably strictly George Jefferson type shit. Dry cleaning like a mug, man, all the way. But let me stop messing with Doom, man. He's good dude. Yeah, he was just staying focused, man. He was staying focused and concentrating on what he's about to deliver to the people. But anyway, we get to the spot. And then this is it, man. We unleash this guy on the stage, and he rips it, man. Rips it cold. Goes through every line for line, on all of his songs, whatever performance bounces. I think maybe on a data or something. But I forget that part of it. Who was on the Wheels of Steel, or if he was going off that. But he delivered a really good show. Rhymes are on point. He had a great cadence. Everything was clear, precise punchlines. He did his thing, man. Nobody was disappointed at all, man. He did his thing. Ultra Fly Show. Unforgettable. And then, the Venomous Villain Victor Vaughn 2 album was finalized. The last couple of recordings were completed during the couple of days that he was down, and slapped it on wax, and now it's out there. It's around. I think you might be able to still find it somewhere on eBay or Discogs. It's on the net somewhere though. And that's it, man. That was the Funky Doom Show, the memories of 2002 Insomniac anniversary years, man. Back way back in the days. And that was a great little memory there. Okay, let's end the show on some rhymes, shall we? Anybody guess the rhymes? Just let me know what you think they are. Send me the email, name, where you're from. Send it over to my Skyber at Gmail. M as in Mary, Y, SKYBER at Gmail. And we'll get you some prizes. Let's see what we got in the grab bag this week. We got some fitted hats. I don't know if people still wear fitteds. We got some fitted hats for y'all. So we'll do 3 easy rhymes right quick to see how y'all can guess these. All right, let's check this one out. Spit sick, homeboy, get nauseous. Purple is what we blow here. Remember that? Spit sick, homeboy, get nauseous. Purple is what we blow here. All right, second rhyme. Check this out. Easy stuff. Masters of the ceremony, any territory, microbial terraform me. Under God's fallen, for the first time in my life, had to take a step back, rewind tracks, listen to the raps, no direction, interruption, spit substance. I'm nobody's spit puppet. I say what I want, and you take what you want from it. Smooth B on your differences. Don't run from it. To the sharpest that ever done it. That's why they love it. I just gotta be real. This is how I feel. Last rhyme. It's a fun one here. Check it. But life's a movie. You're trying to make one. Up in the club with bucks shooting a fake one. No director, but you got extras. Chicken fine textures, but you still ain't fly. That's what I be looking at. My bullets in the spot where your chain got taken at. Live from the streets, ain't no need for the cease, man. The most respected. Remember you ain't me, man. All right. Closing out. Anybody guesses those 3 rhymes, send in your guesses to the email. Your name, where you're from. Get your little prize, you know what I'm saying? Fitted hat. Plus I'll throw a little something on your Skyber account. Just gotta log in on that, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so we'll see y'all next week. Shouts out to everybody. Peace.